So welcome back guys to a brand new video. Now today we are going to be talking about the new update that has gone live for the console for ARK Survival Evolved. I've also got some amazing news for you guys to do with the flyer speed update that did go live for the PC, and unfortunately console players just didn't get the update, and finally it is going to be time for console players to be getting it as well. Now, if you guys do get all the news as you need to know in today's video, smash that like button. Let's try and hit the 600 to 700 like target today. That would be amazing. Make sure to be subscribed if you haven't subscribed already. And let's get in with the ARK news, because you guys, especially on the console, are going to be very happy. So Dolly, who obviously works for Wildcard, has said, console gang, notice many of you asking about the unofficial server flyer speed changes, and she then went on to say, confirming that the flyer update will be available for both Xbox and PlayStation in the next client patch. No exact date locked in yet, but pretty soon. Now, there has been another update that went live for the console as well, which is a pretty cool update, and obviously I'll be going through all of the stuff that has actually come out with that. But this is the main thing that I wanted to make the video on today, because obviously it is big news that we know that the flyer update is coming. Now, the only thing that I know is that I think this patch could be the Valentine's Day patch. Now, it is obviously the end of January, and Valentine's Day is obviously February the 14th, so they usually release it like a few days before, so we could still be looking at like a week and a half until you see this patch go live. I don't know, it really depends if they're going to be doing a separate one and then the Valentine's Day update, or they just wait until the Valentine's Day update. So anyway, I'm looking forward to that update too, because we'll be getting the Love Evolve 2 event, which should be good. But apart from that, big news for console players, and let's get in with what has come with the update. So, I think this went live for the PC as well, I think a little bit earlier. But anyway, so I think it's the same too for the PS4 and the Xbox, but we'll just look at both of the patch notes as well. So, fixed an exploit that would allow the Velonosaur to have infinite stamina while firing spikes. Fixed the bug that prevented players from accessing the Ferox inventory. Now, I did mention that in the last video because it went live for the PC, and finally it is live for the console. No more complaining on Twitter and stuff anymore, guys, because it's finally been sorted. I know people literally had to spam it because I know it was something that was really annoying a lot of people, but it has been sorted now. So yeah, that was one of the biggest things that people were moaning about. I feel like Wildcard just needed to do it. Fixed the bug that caused wild beehive spawns to overspawn, and fixed a server crash. Now, the update wasn't that big. I mean, every update on ARK, like people say, you know, why on another game are they like a few megabytes for something small, and then on ARK it's so big? It's because ARK is actually a huge game. When you compare a game like ARK to a game like even Call of Duty, or I know Call of Duty is a huge game with billions and billions of dollars behind it, but when you compare it, ARK itself is such a big game because there's so much rendering in all the time, so much going on, that when an update drops, you just got to expect for such a big game like ARK to have massive updates. Like, let's compare it to Fortnite. It's literally a map that, it's literally just a game with the same map, and that's why the updates are 1 gigabyte, because it's just adding in new content. Whereas with ARK, when you add something, it's like it has to render into this and add into this huge world of a game already, which is just, they're always absolutely massive. Now, from what I know, the PS4 update is exactly the same, so not too bad there. So yeah, pretty nice update. Biggest news today being that flyer update is coming. As soon as I get the news on that, I will let you guys know. So a new community crunch should be coming out, guys. For me, it's now Friday. It's like 12:30. But if we're saying it in the terms of it still being Thursday when this video is going live, it should be tomorrow for Friday. We should be getting community crunch 252, which we could have news on not news, but we should have a new Genesis reveal. I'm hoping it's going to happen, because the thing is, Cedric has said he was hoping like 2 to 3 weeks ago that he was going to be able to get an announcement and like a reveal on new Genesis content, and it hasn't happened, and it didn't happen the week after, and it didn't happen the week after that. So 3 weeks down the line, I'm kind of hoping now tomorrow we could have that news. And obviously if we do get a Genesis reveal, you guys know it'll be straight on my channel as soon as it is announced. Now, if you didn't see the community crunch from last week, it was basically something cool that ARK are going to start doing a little bit more, which is last week in ARK, where they say, welcome to another edition of the Community Crunch Survivors. In the past, the community has expressed an interest in, this is where I knew I was going to go wrong, analytics, so we'd like to pilot a new segment called Last Week in ARK that highlights general analytics and statistics. I got this wrong in the other video when I mentioned this. We collect on the back end. Consider this as a sample of things we might be able to provide if there is a community interest there. Let us know what they basically kind of say. Let us know what else you'd like to see. So on this one, it was just kills by wild dinos on survivors, and this was from the 1st of January, well, the 10th of January through to the 16th. So you can see that the raptor killed about 125,000 people. The Dilo killed around about 90,000. Piranha more like 75,000, and the Therizino about 70,000. And then it shows you players killed by weapon type on the PC and PS4 and Xbox. And the really interesting thing is that people were sort of asking, why is the difference between, the PC, Xbox, and PS4 so different? And me kind of answering that for you guys is that on PC, there's a lot more modded servers, a lot more, well, and I suppose, is this about official, or is this just in the whole game in general? Because they don't really mention anything to do with official. So if it's to do with unofficial as well, and like whole game stats, it's because PC, they have a lot more boosted servers out there, lots more modded servers where you don't start from the beginning using spears and stuff. But if it comes from PvP or official, then it'll be very interesting to find out why the compound bow's the biggest and the spear's the biggest on you'd expect the spear would be the most, because that's where people spawn in as, like little like beginner players and stuff, all attacking each other with spears. So yeah, I don't know, that'll be very interesting. Another thing that you'll know is there was no Evo event last week, and most likely there won't be an Evo event this week again on Friday. And I know a lot of you guys are probably going to be like, oh, why is there not going to be one? And that's just because they're probably just waiting off for the Valentine's Day event. A lot of people, what Wildcard, especially Cedric, said on Twitter recently is that, it's never been a thing on the game where an Evo event is every single weekend. It's a special event that happens on some weekends. They said they kind of done one for, they've done a lot for a while. So you're probably not looking at the ×2 back until the Valentine's Day event in February, which is only like 2 weeks away, but you'll get ×3 breeding, or even 4 with the Valentine's Day event, which is really cool. And then to finish off really the video, it was just the community fan art, which is obviously always great, but we went through this in the other video when this first did get released. So pretty much just summarizing what happened, and they said, wishing you a stress-free weekend last week, catch you next week's Studio Wildcard. So little bit of a roundup at the end of the week there, guys, for you, that that the flyer update on console is coming. This update has gone live, and we could potentially have a really cool community crunch coming tomorrow. Hopefully, if we get the Genesis reveal, I really do hope, guys, because I've just been waiting for this reveal for so long, and I want to see some new stuff. It's been back since November since we've seen this stuff, so I just hope that we do get it. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, guys. As always, if you did enjoy, smash that like button. Subscribe if you're new around here. We're on the road to 200,000 now, so that is absolutely amazing. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. See you guys later.